Welcome to Ian Abramson's body scan. To begin, you should get into a comfortable position. You should find something that your body can freely express itself wherever it's existing. Not standing, not sitting, not laying down, but anything else is okay. We're going to go through your whole body, focusing on only the parts that matter. We're starting at your foot. Think of your foot, okay? Picture the ugly shape that the curves of the bottom of it have. Think of the outermost layer of skin on your foot. Perhaps it's peeling due to a recent bout of athlete's foot. Maybe your toenails are freshly cut, ground to a fine powder. Maybe you have a toe ring, a secret engagement toe ring that you have because your family disapproves, but you don't want to lose your family. Moving on, we're going to go on to the calf, okay? Foot to the calf, named after a baby cow, thick like beef, but too young to produce milk. The calf. Focus on it. When you think of the shape, it feels like a leg of meat, right? Like from a cartoon. You can almost picture the shape of your own leg being eaten by a popular cartoon character. From the calf, we go to the knee. The knee is the nucleus of the leg. Focus on both of your knees as twin forces of the moonlight. Skip the thigh. We're just going to skip the thigh. It's next to the genitals, and I'd feel weird. Let's go up to the belly button. Okay? Really focus on the center of the belly button. Focus on the inner shape of your belly button. Okay? Does it still look like a balloon knot? Or is it healed like a little button, like my dad's? Either way, I want you to really think about the sensitive cave that is our navel. I want you to think about what it would be like if it tickled just a little bit. How it feels when there's fuzz that comes loose. Let that feeling wash over you. Okay. As you're focusing on the chill, ticklish nature of a belly button, I want you to hold your breath. Not violently, carefully. And hold. And hold. Keep holding your breath. Feel the pressure. It should be hard. It should feel like there's a little home inside of you in the middle of a hurricane that's being produced because your mouth is staying closed. Okay. Keep holding your breath. Okay, now we're going to go up to the space between your nipples. Okay? On your chest. We are not going to focus on your nipples at all, but we're going to the space in between them. If you took a Sharpie and drew a line from nipple to nipple, and then you drew another line in the middle of that line, assuming that your nipples are not particularly lopsided, then the halfway point is what I'm looking for. You get what I mean, right? If you've ever taken CPR training, this is not official advice, okay? My certificates are wildly outdated. But the spot where they tell you to try and resuscitate somebody, whether they want it or not. Okay. From the space of the nipples, between the nipples, from the, what do we call that area? Valley of the nipples. So we're going to go from the valley of the nipples to the neck. The neck is the underrated champion of the head. When you think of the head, you're immediately thinking of the brain and the eyes and the mouth. Right? One of the many senses that we have as a human. It's not connected to the neck, right? There's speech and taste and music and there's food, but the neck has no place in these things. I hope that helps. Okay, from the neck, we're going to the chin. I want you to focus on the shape of your chin. What an odd evolutionary feature the chin is. It sticks out like it's pointing. It's like God, as a sculptor, was having just a little bit of fun. He put on his Tim Burton hat and said, I want a kind of pointy feature here. And that's what the chin is. It serves no other purpose that I'm aware of. From the chin, we're going to go to two things at once because many people believe that they are connected. The lips, okay, focus on your lips, but then also your teeth. You have an upper lip and an upper teeth and a lower lip and a lower tooth. I want you to really pay attention to the fact that these bony shapes are coming out of the thing you put food into, okay? And against the wettest part of the outside of your body. Now that you're fully aware of the teeth next to the lips, I want you to become aware of how your teeth are connected to the rest of your skeleton, inside of your body, all at once, one big skeleton. You know, all of the pieces of them shaped like bones. Okay, from the lips, we're going to the nose. Regardless of how your nose is shaped on the outside, on the inside, it's a beautiful respite for your face to get oxygen without it having to be straight on. The nose. Think of inside of the nose. Think of it like a place of safety, okay? I want you to picture the echo that someone would have in your nose if they said just one thing, okay? They said, anyway, so I want you to picture him saying that, and then picture like a little gnome inside of your nose. It's yelling this phrase. It's a secret phrase that you shouldn't tell me. Okay, so now that the gnome, let's move on actually to the eyelids, okay? If you close your eyes, you're just looking at your eyelids. This little flap of skin that prevents you from seeing anything. Except that's not true, is it? Most of the time, you're looking through your eyelids at the vibrant pink, red, there's like kind of weird neon shapes. You start to realize, yeah, I'm looking at my eyelid. I'm like seeing my skin. And it's kind of like how a lizard has eyelids. From the eyelids, we go to the hairline, perhaps fading, perhaps growing People are hard on the George Costanza, but it's not a bad look. Okay. We're getting close to the end. But first, we're going to go inside of your ear. I want you to picture the weird shape that feels completely unnatural. Looks like somebody dropped a little bit of lava on the side of your head and it just kind of deteriorated this weird wavy shape of an ear. And I'm talking about like a normal looking ear. That's how they look. Right? You ever thought about how it would be fun to slide down the inside of an ear? Well, you are now. If you can picture putting just a little bit of your pinky inside of your ear, a safe amount, a very tiny amount, less than you think, okay? Even still, think of how close your pinky is to the brain of your mind. It is centimeters from the thing that's letting you even think that. You ever thought about that like that? Okay, lastly, picture the mole on the back of your head that you've never seen in person, but you've had several friends investigate. Picture how that mole makes you remember how fragile life can be, because you know you're not going to go to the doctor to get that mole checked out. And you know it would be the smart thing to do. You know that one of your friends that you showed it to got really worried, and the second friend showed you an even weirder mole that they had. It's like Schrodinger's mole. This has been the Body Scan with Ian Abramson.